Donald Trump should personally fly to Puerto Rico for the election on Tuesday. That is simply my opinion. I believe that Madison Square Garden rally, those Puerto Rico jokes, completely changed the entire momentum of this election. I think the Trump campaign should take this incredibly seriously. Again, this is just a take, but I'm not the only person who thinks this. This is completely out of control now if you're looking at this from the stance of Trump's week before when he was basically in control of the election, or at least it looked like. Wisconsin, he's losing. Michigan, he's losing. He's losing Michigan now by a lot, it looks like. Pennsylvania, he's actually lead Harris. This is all completely new developments. There's a poll that came out in Iowa today where Kamala was up. You can see, according to Polymarket, these odds, this is essentially 50-50, still slight edge for Trump. But just last week, he was at 67%, 2-1 favorite to win. I mean, things are not going well. Like, even if I refresh the page, we'll see 53. I mean, Kamala has the momentum right now, and I fully believe that this was because of that event that happened at Madison Square Garden. What else would it be? Trump's been doing great in general, except for this one error.
I watched all of Trump's remarks, start to finish, and he did a great job. He made great points. He started with exactly the right question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And he went on from there. Just nailed it. All of his points. On message, entertaining, great. Trump was not well served by those around him last night. It wasn't a Nazi rally. All that's nonsense. But I'm telling you, even for me, and I voted for Donald Trump last week, it was too brotastic. Okay? It was. You're trying to win an election in which you're hemorrhaging female voters. Maybe when you present in front of hundreds, thousands at least, at Madison Square Garden, you clean up the bro talk just a little.
I agree. You're trying to win an election. Like, I am a bro. I probably could be considered someone who's more of a bro. It didn't look fun. A lot of that rally looked great, but a lot of it did not look that fun. It was way too much. Some of the comments that were coming out of people, not just Tony Hinchcliffe, but that was the main one for sure, that Puerto Rico joke was stupid and not funny. Those other comments that were coming out, people like Grant Cardone, doesn't look like something that I want to be a part of. It looks too extreme. That was such a mistake, I think.
Got Tony Hinch at the Garden.
Hinch, man.
I'm hungry, man.
And then
The hinge pin, dude.
the hinge pin got loose.
It's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now.
It's a bad thing to do. The whole thing's bad.
If Trump loses,
It's the ultimate.
and it is Tony's fault, and because of that, World War III does take place.
Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Now, that joke, I would have told him, don't you dare do that joke.
And I'm going to see the blast radius before we go out in a hot
Yeah.
flash. I'm going to go, an island of garbage?
Okay. All right. Okay.
He'll get through it. He's going through it.
So, I mean, to that point, by the way, when Joe Rogan says he'll get through it, if Trump wins the election, yes. If Trump doesn't win the election, Tony Hinchcliffe, I think his career might be over. I'm serious, at least for maybe 10 years. I mean, his audience is probably mostly right-wing people. I mean, it's tough. I hope not, but I'm just being honest. I don't know. This is Trump addressing this. Trump should go to Puerto Rico, I believe, with J.D. Vance, with whoever, and just let people know that that was a stupid joke. His messaging on this, like, sometimes the woke mob is correct. They don't bat very well. They have a very low batting average. Certainly lately, they probably bat like 1 in 1,000. I think the woke mob is just correct on this, and Republicans are blinded by the fact that they can never cave 1 inch at all.
So you have this big event at Madison Square Garden. It went on for hours. I don't even know if you were there for the whole thing. I don't know what time you got there. I was told and made aware that you had no idea about this comedian who made comments.
I have no idea who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he was. Never saw him, never heard of him, and don't want to hear of him. But I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does. You throw comedians in. You don't vet them and go crazy. It's nobody's fault. But somebody said some bad things. Now, what they've done is taken somebody that has nothing to do with the party, has nothing to do with us, said something, and they try and make a big deal. But I don't know who it is. I don't even know who put him in. And I can't imagine it's a big deal. I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president, I think, that's ever been president.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
And so I don't know why the Trump campaign and Trump, I don't know why he wasn't just way stronger on that. Like, this comedian, just say that it was a dumb joke. Even say you don't like the comedian. Just say that. The comedian is still famous, still rich. He'll get over it. You could say, I denounce him. I'm not a fan of his comedy. Say something. You're trying to win an election. You don't have to be like so aggressive. It seems like they're trying to protect the comedian's feelings or something. Like RFK Jr. basically makes this comment, at least giving an olive branch, saying it's so long. I'm not going to show it all, but he says Tony Hinchcliffe is my friend. Then he goes on about how it was an offensive joke, stuff like this. But Republicans don't get it. It's just never apologize to the mob. Doesn't Puerto Rico have a garbage problem? I'm Latina and I love the joke. This is long. Everybody knows it was a joke, and you have nothing against Puerto Rico if they're acting in good faith. No need to post the hostage suffer session. John Cena CCP apology letter. Look, it was a defensive joke, okay? Like, think about the place that you live in. If Trump comes, or if some comedian comes out there and says it's an island of garbage, you might not think it's that funny if it's at a political rally. And even if you do, it doesn't mean everybody else does. I don't know why everybody has gotten so obsessed with, like, defending comedians. Is everyone just so inundated with comedy podcasts that everyone's just going to take the side of the comedian now? I don't get it. Like, does everyone think they are a stand-up comedian in their own head? And they're like taking Tony Hinchcliffe's point of view of, he should be able to joke about anything at any time, in any context, in any situation. People need to lighten up. I don't understand why people are just more pro-comedy than apparently pro trying to get Trump elected. And I don't know. So the momentum's flipped. I think Trump campaign should seriously consider, again, I'm just one dude making a video, so take it for what it's worth. They should consider going to Puerto Rico and saying, we like you guys. We're sorry about that joke. What won't happen again? We won't have a comedian like that makes a joke like that. So, I mean, maybe the way Kamala's getting momentum, it's just all women voting on the abortion issue. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I'll finish the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.